everybody. Ryan and Garrett here.
Hello.
And continuing these missional moments to give you someone else's face to look at other than mine. And just asking people how this stuff, I don't know what else to call it,
Yeah.
is impacting them, their families, what they're noticing, where they're seeing God at work. So,
Yeah.
Garrett, how is this impacting you guys down there and on the farm and the cows and the chickens? And
Well, there's definitely more time in an enclosed space with the whole family. And so, you notice that when you got 4 kids running around and they're all sort of picking at each other after they've had, a long day of being in each other's presence. So that's one thing. I think just a lot of questions. The kids just ask questions. What's going on? How come we have to be home?
when are we going back to school?
Yeah,
Are we going
no,
back to
they're all
school?
excited. Yeah, like, what do you mean 2 weeks for spring break? Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what are you noticing? It's only been less than a week so far,
Yeah.
but what are you noticing about yourself, about your family, in kind of this unique season?
I think just trying to, as a parent, I think trying to figure out how to go about our lives in the midst of all of this and not be this anxious, projecting fear, trying to have, a measured response.
Right.
And allowing the kids to see that. And so when they ask questions, as we answer those, it's really just, based on, hey, here's what's going on. And yeah, there's people that, might be overreacting in our opinion, but we don't have to respond that way. There's a different way that we can respond. And so that's been really fun, actually, to walk through that process with them when everyone else seems to be in panic mode, and just be like, hey, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Where have you seen God at work? I mean, I think, God's not surprised by this.
Yeah.
And He brings good out of all the situations we find ourselves in. So, if we as a community, even though we might not be gathering, can we start noticing and bearing witness to where God's at work? It might just help us feel that sense of connection. So where are you seeing God at work?
Yeah, I think just in the midst of this last Sunday, being able to get together with our community group, and it was a bit of a change of venue. Someone else hosted, and we got together on a Sunday morning as opposed to our Sunday evening, so the kids were a little confused at that in the morning. But then being able to sit around and we got to do a little bit of devotional time with them, and we ended up landing on the idea of being content, right? Being content with what you have. Being content in whatever situation that you're in, and there were lots of questions about, well, what does that mean to be content? And the kids walking away from it realizing it's not necessarily the abundance of things that you have, but in the midst of whatever's going on, to be able to say, right where I'm at is okay.
Yeah.
And so I think in those moments, God's been able to allow us to just have intentional conversation, and watch the kids respond to that has been really cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're in this together, and
Indeed.
yeah, thanks for being with us and praying for you as you lead the Let's Eat community.
Yeah.
And your family and all that kind of stuff. So, okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Cool.
Gotta go.
Gotta
See you
take
later.
that.